today.
Amen. Amen.
Well, let's just get up and just praise God.
Hallelujah.
Praise God.
Worthy.
Amen.
Amen.
Lord, we come in with a grateful heart just to bless your name.
Yes, Lord.
So come on, saints. Put your hands together. Give God some praise.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Yes. God, glory. Lift up your hands and give God praise. Lift your hands like you got a reason to praise.
Yes, Lord.
Lift your hands like you got a reason to praise.
Hallelujah.
Lift your hands like your body's already.
Come on
Lift
now.
your hands like the children are already saved.
Yes,
Clap
Lord.
your hands like you're already saved. Clap your hands like your parents are already saved. You already got victory.
Yes.
Somebody open up your mouth and give God a praise.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Come on now.
Praise Him like it's yours. Praise Him like it's
Come on
yours.
now. Hallelujah.
Praise Him like it's paid off. Praise Him like it's
Yes.
Praise Him like the cancer is
Yes.
not in your body.
Come on.
Give Him praise right now in the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory. Give Him glory right now. Everybody just praise Him. Praise Him right now in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Just give God a praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Find you somebody that's going to help you give God glory. Find you somebody that's going to help you give God praise. Because I don't want to be sitting there beside somebody that don't want nothing from Jesus.
Come on.
I don't want to be sitting
Come
there
on
beside
now.
somebody that don't want to answer from God.
Yeah.
I came in here with too much on my plate.
Come on
I need
now.
God to work out. So if you want to be killed, this ain't the place for you.
All right
If you
now.
stuck up, this ain't the church for you.
All right now.
Come on now. Somebody up in here that open up their
Come on.
mouth and give God praise. Praise Him like it's yours. You better help your neighbor give God glory. You better help your neighbor give God praise.
Yeah.
You better help your neighbor give God glory. Help your neighbor give God glory. Because if we get on real good all the time.
Even when you get lost.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Amen.
So praise Him. Somebody just praise Him right now. Praise Him for my miracle. And I'm going to praise Him for your breakthrough. Hallelujah.
All right now. That's right.
Open up your mouth and give Him a praise.
Come on.
Hallelujah. Glory to God. Woo. Hallelujah.
You praise Him. Amen.
Hallelujah. We honor Him.
Hallelujah.
We give Him glory. We honor Him
Amen.
and we give Him glory.
Hallelujah.
And we give Him praise.
Yes, Lord.
And we give Him glory.
Yes, Lord. We
Somebody
thank you,
just
Lord.
touched 3 people and said, it's done, it's done.
It's
I don't know.
done.
It's done. It's done. God says it's done.
Amen.
Show us in my voice. Say it's done, it's done, it's done.
Already done.
Now say it like you know it's been done.
It's done.
Done.
It's done.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
In the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord. Go ahead.
Hallelujah. We thank God for His presence. We thank God for Jesus. Come on, celebrate our healer, our way maker.
Come on,
the one
now.
that woke us up this morning.
That's right.
The one that provided for us.
Amen.
The one that healed you.
Amen.
Come on, celebrate Jesus.
Amen.
Celebrate
Hallelujah.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I'd like to give honor to the angel of this church, Elder Adams,
Amen.
the
Amen.
deacons,
Amen.
and all of everyone that are sitting here today.
Amen.
I'd like to thank God for you and you and you.
Amen. Amen.
So just
Amen.
clap hands and give honor.
Amen.
Your hands and give honor. Praise God. Hallelujah. Well, he is not here, but I celebrate him everywhere I go, like he's on the front row. He's the splendid in my tea, my staple, and I'm hungry, and my cherries on my hot for a second. And I praise God that it was his death that left me a widow, and not the death of our marriage. Amen.
All right now, all
Praise
right.
for my husband, John Fisher.
Yes.
Amen.
God be the glory for him. Amen.
And I want to give honor to my Elizabeth. Every time I'm around her, my purpose leads. And she's a constant reminder of me that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Amen.
My daughter Valerie.
Amen.
So give her praise and glory, y'all.
Amen.
Glory to God.
Amen.
Glory to God. I am so excited about this lesson today. And And I'm so very, very excited about being here with you today.
That's right.
So without
Amen.
further
Praise
ado,
God.
let's get your Bibles and let's turn to Genesis 3.
All right.
Genesis 3 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it says, Now the serpents were more cunning than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. Nancy, which the Lord God had made. Underline that. So it don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter what obstacles you're going through. It doesn't matter what your dad going through or your mom's going through. Everything is under the authority of God.
All right.
Amen.
All right.
Say that. Say that.
Amen. The Lord God had even made the serpent. Even the serpent was under the authority of God.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so powerful and so truthful. Because it does not matter what you're going through, what obstacles that's ahead of you. It's all under the authority of God. Amen?
Amen.
And that's nothing. No chaos, no struggle, nothing going on in your world right now that is out of the authority of God. It may be out of your
Praise
control.
Him.
It may be out of man's control. It may be out of your child's control. But it is not out of God's control. Because even the serpent was made by God,
Amen.
used to make all things to work together for our good. Amen? Come on, let's have some church up in
Amen.
here.
Amen.
Y'all make
Amen.
Since the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, Has God indeed said we should not eat of the tree from the garden? And see, he's trying to figure out what the woman knows. And the woman said to the serpent, You may eat the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. Then the serpent said to the woman, You will not surely die. God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. And my subject for today is when you abandon what you know.
All right.
When you abandon what you know.
Amen.
So
Amen.
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 So you have one job. One job. Don't eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You can have everything else, but this one tree you are not supposed to touch. She couldn't get full off of nothing else, right? She just had to have that tree. She let the devil trick her and play her like that. She knew better. But in our superiorities and our arrogance, we think that because she knew better, she should have done better, right? So perhaps we're a bit critical, because had it not been Eve, if it was us in the Garden of Eve right now, it would have been one of us. Always that one person that can't follow the instructions.
All right.
All right.
So
Amen.
this is bound to happen. And when we find Eve in this text, the serpent is not convincing her not to eat the fruit necessarily. Because he doesn't start off by saying, eat the fruit, Eve. He tries to figure out what she knows first. The enemy is on a mission
Yes, it is.
to figure out what you know and how well you hold on to what you know. Or can you be convinced to abandon what you know in hopes of what you want? Amen?
All right. Say that. Say
You
that.
know better.
Amen. Yeah, we do.
You know better. But just because you know better doesn't always mean that you do better.
That's right.
Amen?
Amen.
When we were younger and we would get in trouble, our parents had all different levels of consequences. Sometimes they would put us in timeout. Sometimes they would ground us. And, you know, I was raised in a time where people didn't call 911 or the police when you got a beating. Amen? So,
Took it.
we never knew what our punishment was going to be. Ooh, boy, I tell you, that back in them days. But there was 3 words that I knew that was going to lead to our demise. And that was, see, I almost let you slide. I almost wasn't going to do anything to you. But you know what? You know better.
All right, amen.
And in that moment, I thought that the punishment was just about whatever we had done. I didn't realize that they were actually teaching us that when you abandon what you know, we suffer consequences.
All right now.
Amen.
Amen. Come on
When
now.
you abandon what you know. I know that this relationship may not be good for me, but it makes me feel good. So I'm going to abandon what I know for what I want.
Amen.
I know I really shouldn't be drinking. I think I may have a problem, but what I want in the moment is more important than what I want on the inside. We have this history, this tendency to abandon what we know.
Come on now.
Living our lives, you know, without any self-control or any willpower, not because we don't have it, but because what we want is more important than what we know.
Amen.
And the enemy knows that. And it's evident in the text. If he could just figure out what he knows, and if he can convince her to abandon what she knows, then he can mold her into something that can't be used by God.
Say that. Say that. Right. All right.
If I can just get you to abandon what you know.
All right.
Come on now. Come on.
Life makes us abandon what we know. Have you ever had life happen so quickly that all of a sudden you don't even know what you know anymore? I
Amen.
thought I could count on that one person. And then I looked up and that one person was nowhere to be seen. I thought I could count on you. I thought that this job would always be here. I thought I was working my way up on the ladder. And now it's been shut down. I thought I knew. But now, I don't know anymore. And now I live life and I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Amen.
I don't know what's possible for me. I don't know if I can actually write the book. I don't know if I can actually finish school. I wanted to at one point, but then I figured out how hard it is to know something. It's hard to know. It's hard to hang on to what you know.
Yes,
Life is
yes.
full of so many information, so much disappointment, and so many experience at you, till it's just easy to just say, I don't know anymore. The only problem with that is that there are some specific truths about who you are in God that are not up for debate. And when we allow those things to be up for debate, or even worse, up for democracy, when we allow people to vote on whether or not we move when God says move, then no one suffers quite like we do.
Yes.
Amen?
Yes. Amen. Amen.
And so, in the text, the enemy is having this conversation with Eve. And the first thing he asks her, has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? But I think the enemy knew that God
He knew.
didn't
He knew.
But it's
All
just
right,
like
all
the
right.
enemy to take one. When God says not now, he translates into not at all. Amen. When God says no in a specific season, it's hard for us to handle that no is just for that season. We think that no means not at all. And that's the trick that the enemy plays on us. And it plays on our mind. Because we begin to actually believe
That's right.
the report of the enemy instead of the promises of God.
Amen. Amen.
And God says, not that tree.
Come on now.
And the enemy says, not any tree. Have you ever had a war in your mind when God says, not that job, and then you say, I'm always be unemployed. I'm never going to get up top. I'm never going to get a job. God just said, not that job. Not that you don't have any job. Not that you won't start the
Just
business.
not that one.
I just said, not that one. We have to be able to
Amen.
know when God says no, so we can be able to receive when God says yes.
Amen.
All right.
So we have to be
Amen.
able to handle it. If not, then we sacrifice the plans of when He says yes.
All right.
You just want the job, but God wants you to start a company. And you can't stay on any job, and you wondering what's going on, and He's saying, I'm saying no to this and no to that, because the plans I have for you, the plans to prosper you, not to harm you, currently doesn't fit. into that relationship that you're in. So I will break up your friendships. I will break up your comfort zone so that you'll understand that you can count on no one but me in this season. Just because I said no now doesn't mean no forever. Amen?
Amen, amen, amen.
But the enemy, he's so tricky and deceitful. And I think it helps to give context to the enemy because we always see this slithering serpent, right? But we have to recognize that most of the time, the enemy is not seen slithering on the ground. It's in between our two ears.
Amen.
He's in our very own head.
All right. Amen.
Say that again.
And our greatest feat is not to figure out how much we can know, but how well we can protect what we know. Amen?
Amen.
All right now.
Check
Say
what
that.
you know.
Say that.
All
So
right.
God says
Right.
you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Come
How
on.
well can you
Yes.
protect that when life tells you something different? When shame tells you something different? When guilt tells you something different? How well can you hold on to what you know?
Amen. Amen.
Say
And so
that.
she's having this conversation with the enemy. And I found it so peculiar. Her response said, she said, we may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden. She's correcting the enemy. To someone who's not for her, but she thinks she can handle it. But I know that doesn't happen in here.
Yeah.
You think that you can entertain the enemy because you got enough willpower, and then you look up and you've been tricked into doing some things that you said you would never do. But because you made room for the enemy to play in your life, now he's got real estate.
All right.
Set up
So
camp.
she said, we may eat the fruit of the trees of the
All
garden,
right.
but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. And I realized that in that moment, when she was having a conversation with the enemy, that what God had actually said to her had started to become a little distant in her mind. Because you would think that when you're engaging in a conversation with someone that was perhaps causing you a threat, then you would say, no, that's not what God said. He said that we can't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil that is located in the middle of the garden. Or at least we would surely die. Amen? Something happens when we start to distance ourselves from the word of God. We lose its power to
All right.
overcome the obstacles that's keeping us from manifesting the promises of God. God says, though the vision tarries, wait for it. Sometimes the vision tarries. And our mission is when the vision begins to tarry, that we will remain laser focused on what God says. Not on the obstacles, not on the distractions, but on what God said. Amen?
Amen.
Sometimes you're going to have to write words down from God. Don't let a word just get in your spirit and say, oh, that was good. You better take that word and write it down, because you better believe it. The enemy is coming to figure out how much you remember of that word.
Amen.
Do you really remember that all things are possible? Do you really remember that his strength is made perfect in your weakness?
All right.
Amen?
Amen.
You got to
Come on now.
have it 24/7 in your mind.
That's right.
Or the enemy will plant seeds of doubt in your mind.
That's right.
Yes, he will.
You got to guard
Yes, he
yourself.
will.
You've got to guard your heart.
Yes.
And so Eve, she corrects the enemy on what God told her. And this is the part where she really should have known that he was the enemy. But it was good that, I think it was good that she ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because she would have known had she ate from the tree. So she known once she ate from the fruit.
She made a mistake.
Sometimes God allow us to make mistakes so that we know better the next time.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if there are people in here who don't fully recognize who they are, but God knows who they are, and the enemy knows who they are. But because we're living in an I don't know state, we allow circumstances and situations to stand in our way. And the only reason why we engage in battle is because we don't know who we are.
Yes, Lord.
But he knows that if we could ever come out on the other side, if we could ever get rid of that addiction, if we could ever get our mind together, of who God called us to be,
All right now.
we will have victory on the other side. Amen?
Yes, Lord. Amen. Amen.
Yes, we
Hallelujah. So God say, you don't need another degree. You don't need another zero on your bank account. You don't need no one else to validate you. What you need to do is to stand up and know that I am God. You got to square your shoulders and lift your head up high and walk like you are the righteousness of God. And start walking like you can do all things through Christ.
That's
You
right.
got to start walking like nothing, no weapon formed against you will prosper.
Yeah.
Amen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
God said game time
Yes,
is
Lord.
over. It's
Yeah.
over. Because the reality of this is, sometimes we pretend that we don't know so that we can make other people comfortable in their ignorance.
Mm-hmm. Say
Amen.
that. Say it.
But see, you got to know better than that.
Yeah.
Have you ever not wanted to correct somebody and you didn't want them to think that you knew better? But the truth is you do know better. So you find yourself shrinking so you can fit in relationships that you should be elevating because you don't know better.
Amen.
Everybody's suffering.
Amen.
I know better. I know better. I know better than what you think.
Right.
Have you ever had someone to just straight up and tell you a lie to your face? Because you don't want to disrupt anything, and so you pretended that, that it wasn't a lie, but you know better? God said game time is over. Stop playing games with the enemy. Stop playing games with yourself when you know better. You gotta act like you know better. Act like you're gonna elevate it. Because God can't elevate you until you know who He is.
Amen.
Yes, Lord. Amen. He's the one that does the elevating. Yes.
Yes, yes.
It doesn't
Amen.
happen.
Amen.
He didn't give you all that. He didn't give you that heartbeat so you can pretend that it's not a promise from God.
Glory.
Amen?
Yes,
Amen.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to admit it. You have to be a person of integrity, a person of honesty, and don't pretend that you don't know so you can make them feel comfortable with their sin. But if that's you, you can go ahead on and do it. I'm not going to do it. You have to separate yourself from them. Amen?
Amen.
I know
Gotta
better.
go.
Amen.
I know better.
Amen.
I know better. You got to start looking at your situation and say, I know better. I know
Amen.
better. I know that God is good to me than this. I know better. I know I deserve more than this. I know better. But until you know better, I'm going to show you that I know better. Amen?
Amen. All
Right,
right.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
Because the truth is, people will meet you right at the level of what you allow.
So true.
Right
Yes,
at
Lord.
the level of what you allow.
Yes, Lord.
If they don't have to elevate their conversation from gossip and rumors and mudslingers when you come in the room,
Then they're not going.
then they think you one of them.
Amen.
But when you
Amen.
start knowing better, you start trusting better, you start believing better, you're going to have to elevate your conversation. So when you walk in the room and people be quiet, that must be a good sign because
That's right.
they know that I can't talk that kind of talk around you.
Right.
When them demons start speaking, when you come in the room,
Say that.
that's a good sign. That I'm
Amen.
elevating
Amen.
something. Amen?
Amen. Amen.
People want to make you feel bad for knowing better. I don't mean having more. I don't mean wanting more. But it's actually knowing better. My mom always taught us that knowledge is the one thing that people cannot take away from you.
Yes,
So how
Lord.
can we get to this aging stage in society where we are refusing to know something? We don't know anything. We don't know nothing. We don't know who we are or who we want to be. But we know who God has called us to be.
All right.
We know the promises that He has for our lives.
Yes, he
Yeah.
God didn't just sit you down and pluck you in the city of San Antonio so that you can occupy space. He put you on this earth to do something. And every day I open my eyes, I say, Lord, I want to know what you know about me. Lord, I want to know what you see about me. Lord, I want to know what I'm supposed to do in this life. Because I know better than this situation is telling me. I know better than what this stress is telling me. I know better than what this is telling me. I know you're greater than this, God. I know you're stronger than this. God, help me to understand what I know for sure and what I have to be willing to let go of. Amen?
Amen.
I realized that the enemy was trying to change Eve's mind in the conversation. And the way that he changed her mind, he engaged in conversation. A slow, seductive conversation. People have intentions. And that's why you have to ask God for the spirit of discernment. Because a lot of times you should be talking to somebody, but you'll be talking to the distraction of your life. So you have to tell God, God, everything that's for me, give to me. And everything that's not for me, distract me from my life.
Yes, Lord.
Move it.
Yeah.
And you just see how many relationships start getting shaken up because we don't know in our own life
That's right.
who we are attracted to, but God knows.
Amen. Amen.
So she's attracted to the enemy and don't even realize it. Somebody in here is talking to the enemy and don't even realize it.
All right, all right.
But if you would get the spirit of discernment, God will show you how to navigate situations so that you can understand and come out on the other side untouched.
That's right. That's right.
Untouched. And in the power of God. Amen?
Amen.
You gotta know who you're talking to.
All right.
Devil, you almost got me, but I know better.
Amen.
Would you stand with me as I prepare to close? And there was a part in my studying where I said, God, you know, this story really doesn't have a happy ending because she eats the fruit and she gets kicked out of the garden, you know. And I said, God, what am I supposed to tell them? Because I want to leave them with like this. Because I want Eve to... Okay. And then God told me that you're not trying to make them be like Eve. You're trying to make them realize that they are Eve. That we've all sinned and fallen short. That we've all made a mistake. And so I said, God, why did you put the tree in the middle of the garden? Why did you create the serpent? And why did you allow my brothers and sisters to struggle? Why did we have to get divorced? Why did someone have to get raped? Why did someone have to get molested? Why did someone have to have a drug addiction? Why did you allow this forbidden fruit to be a part of our lives?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And God said to me, Madelyn, I was setting a plan in the motion, a garden. I knew that Eve was never going to live up to what I called her to do. But if I had not started a war between her and the devil, then I would have never had a gateway for my son Jesus to come through. So that one day he was sitting in the garden with the serpent. And the serpent tried to tempt him with everything he had. He would have everything in him. And he would have the power to say no. But that same power that was on Jesus, he got on the cross and died so that you can have that same power.
Yes.
That same power.
Yes.
And that same power is right here in this room today. The same power is available. It's available to
Yes,
you.
it is.
I mean, resurrecting power, addiction breaking power. I mean, generational cursing power, stronghold power, dream elevating power, child saving power, marriage saving power. The same power is here.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
So when I come to a church,
Yes, Lord.
I'm not looking for who sings the best,
All right.
or who hoops, or who hollers the best.
Yes.
I'm not looking for who has the cutest outfit on.
All right.
What I'm looking for is the power, because I need an impartation of that power. Because my spirit gets weak, and my flesh gets weak, and I start wondering, why did you choose me, and why am I on this earth? And why did this happen to so-and-so? And I'm going to come out on the other side. And I'm reminded of the power that's working down on the inside of me. That's causing all things to work together for my good. Even the things that cause me to have tears right now. That is the power that's available. So if you have been a beneficiary of this power, can we just give a 10-second praise break?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Thank you for your mercy.
Yes, Lord.
You've been so merciful.
Save your mind.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Father. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you.
Maybe you're in this room and you know what God said.
Yeah.
And you can celebrate for other people, but you have a hard time really believing that His promises are really true for your life.
Right.
I want to invite you to this altar. Because God said the beauty of eating the fruit wasn't just so that my son could come through, but because sometimes you don't realize how good really is until you've been tested. And if Eve had just been in the garden, just walking around, all in her birthday suit, eating all the peaches and all the cherries, then she would have never recognized how good God was. But because she had to go through trouble, she had to disappoint herself, and she had to abandon what she knows. And now she knows better that my grace and my mercy endure forever, that I'm more faithful than you deserve. You know better after what you've gone through. You know better.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
As I've been speaking, this message has been piercing someone right in the heart. You can't even fully express what's been happening. You just know something's been awakening down on the inside of you. I want you to meet us at the altar because you want to know something. And God wants to give you that thing that you're hungry for. He wants to give you that thing that's been burning down on the inside of you. I just want to know better. I want to activate what I know. I want to activate what I know. I know something's not good for me, but I keep on dabbling in it anyway. God, I want the power. If you want to access another dimension of power, I want you to just come down to this altar. If you've been living your life on autopilot, and you need to say, you know what, it's time for me to come off cruise control. I need to step into the power of God.
Oh,
I want to have confidence. I want to have soul-stirring faith. I want to save my children. I want to save my generation. I want my marriage to be a beacon of light. I want you to come to this altar. There are moments in the service where you think to yourself, I think she's talking to me. But then she's in that one part, she wasn't talking to me. I know that wasn't for me. But the other part, I know that was for me. So I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to have my own car in the car. That's fine. And we will meet you there. But I'm telling you, there's something about humility of not caring what anyone else says or anyone else thinks. You say, you know what? She's been speaking to me. She's been on my neighborhood. She's been on my street. And I want to respond to what God is doing in this moment. I want to respond to what God is doing in this moment. I don't want to delay the response. I want to respond right there. Because that is going to be my new normal. When God speaks, I move. When God speaks, I move. You know He's been speaking to you, so I invite you to this altar. Publicly make sure notice on the enemy.